I don't know how this happened, but even with all this padding, this guy still got crushed in the mail. Hey everyone, so I'm back with some more pickups. I've got a whole bunch of things here, some very exciting things. Very happy to add some of these things to my collection, and let's start out with some DVDs. Now, I shouldn't actually say DVDs, it's one DVD and one CD. It is the Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex Special Edition Volume 1. This one here comes with a soundtrack selection as well. I got this from a local store that mostly sells books, but they also have some DVDs. Now, they were having a sale on their DVDs where most of them were 50% off, and I ended up getting this for $10 because originally it was 20 bucks. But while you might think that $20 is kind of steep for this, they had a couple other anime series on DVD for just ridiculous prices. They even had some like bootleg, weird Chinese knockoff versions of some anime for like $200, $300, $400, and while they were 50% off, it was still way more than what they were actually worth. So it's really weird, but very nice to see this. I haven't actually watched Standalone Complex in a very long time. I was watching it when it was first airing way back in like 2002, 2003 if I remember correctly, maybe even 2004. But my memory of Standalone Complex is pretty hazy, so I'll have to get back into that sometime soon. Moving on from my one and only DVD pickup are the toys that I got. I suppose I'll start with the least exciting. I went to Dollarama, and every so often at Dollarama I noticed that they'll have something new and interesting. Somewhat recently, I had seen a whole bunch of Star Wars figures. So they weren't these like generic knockoff toys, they were like legit toys. And more recently I've been seeing more licensed toy cars, including a lot of licensed Hot Wheels. And typically I see superhero licensed cars like Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, so mainly DC and Marvel. But I saw this here and this really intrigued me because it's not necessarily, say, a car that is themed after something. It is a replica of an actual car in this cartoon, so I'm very happy about that. It's not in the same beat up condition that it is in the show, but it's still very nice. It is Homer's car from The Simpsons, and it was really nice, and it was only $1.50. So I went ahead and grabbed that. Now, the next item you might have seen at the beginning of my video is something that I ordered off of eBay. I honestly don't know if this is legitimate or if it is a knockoff. If it is a knockoff, it's actually a pretty decent one, and it didn't cost me much. I think with shipping it was approximately $18 or $19 Canadian, and it came with all the accessories and the box. Even though the box is crushed, they did offer to ship me a replacement box, so I'll see what happens with that. But it is this Nendroid of Link from the Wind Waker, and he comes with all his accessories. He comes with a heart container, his sword, a shield, and a bunch of extra pieces, and they're all pretty much meant to be able to put him into a bunch of different poses. The Nendroid style, is very chibi look, is not something I'm always into, but at least for Wind Waker Link, it's something that actually works. It fits the style of the character himself, so I'm perfectly fine with this representation of him. But I'm not going to bother to take him out of the box right now because all the pieces are just going to fall out and end up all over the floor. Moving on from there is a pickup I'm very excited for. Very happy that I was able to find these. They are not extremely difficult to find, but also they're not something that I see commonly. Again, very happy to get these. I got them for $5 each. Ridiculous price, very happy about it. They are some of the Transformers alternators from the early to mid 2000s. I'm not too certain what exact years these came out, but from my understanding, or at least from my memory, I think the earliest ones came out in 2003 or 2004, and then they continued on through 2007, I believe. These ones, I have no idea what wave they were part of, but I do know their names because, well, they're printed on the backs of them as well. First up is this version of Prowl with the Highway Patrol on his side there, Autobot logo on the hood. Very, very nice toy. And the other one that I got is Wheeljack. Now this guy here, Prowl, I'm not certain of the exact model of this car. I know that he is an Acura, but I do not know what model of Acura. And then this guy here is a Mustang GT something or other. But again, they are in amazing shape. The thing that I liked about the Alternator series is that they were modeled after real world cars, and they looked so much like actual toy cars that you couldn't even really see at first that they were Transformers. And I do have the first and the second Transformers that were released in this series. Over here I have the Subaru that's name is escaping me right now, but I have this guy over here, and I also have the Sideswipe Dodge Viper. Now these ones here, I've had them on display in my bedroom over the year. The entire Alternator series is probably my most favorite series of Transformers as well. So to be able to add 2 more to my collection, and especially 2 more with all their accessories, including their very conspicuously hidden but easy to lose accessories like Prowl's lightsaber nightstick kind of thing, and Wheeljack's sword, which is just tacked onto his undercarriage there. Even though they are very easy to detach and lose, it's very nice that they actually came with their accessories, including their engine guns as well. So I'm very happy to be able to add these 2 to my collection. Very excited about that. And hopefully I can add some more Transformers Alternators to my collection in the near future. There aren't many more that I really want, but there are still a couple that I really like to add to my collection if they are cheap enough. Now the final few items I want to show you guys are the video games that I've picked up over the last few days. The ones that I have here are mostly handheld. I also got one PS4 game that I'm going to show you guys right at the very end. Before I get to that, like I said, are some handheld games that I got, and I got these all from an EB Games that I very rarely go to. I think I've probably been there maybe 2 or 3 times since the beginning of the year, but it is where I picked up my copy of Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia Collector's Edition. You might be able to see it on the shelf there underneath my Patamon toy, but I'm not too certain right now if that is in frame or not. But that's where I got that, and I happen to find all of these DS games there, and one 3DS game as well. The DS games, they had a whole bunch of loose DS games just sitting in a bin on their counter, so I decided to go through them and see if there's anything that's interesting enough to me. It's going to be kind of difficult to show you guys all of these because, well, DS cartridges are pretty small, so kind of just take my word on this. The first game here is a game that I did not have. It is Custom Robo Arena. That's it there. And it was $1.79 with the Platinum Edge membership, but I did get the Onyx recently, so I got 15% off of $1.99. So not to show what the final price was on that, but still under $2 for that game. Even loose is a decent price. The next loose DS game that I got is The Legend of K, and that one was also under $2. Next was a copy of Demantium the Ward, again loose, and this one was under $4 with my Edge membership included, but I do have this game already, so I might try to use it as trade bait, because definitely it is a decent DS game. It is I suppose one of those games that really pushed the DS to its limits, graphically at least, but it definitely didn't age well, but it does still play very well, and it is a survival horror game, so it is frightening at times. And if anything, the bad graphics probably aid to the overall experience in it. And then the last of the loose DS games that I got is a game in a series that I've almost entirely completed, at least in terms of handheld games. Definitely the home console release games for this series, I'm going to have a hard time getting all of them, especially the older ones. But very happy to add this to my collection. It is a loose copy of Kirby Squeak Squad. Now this game here for the longest time was approximately $25, $26 complete at EB Games at least, but then I went ahead and I saw this loose version of it, and at this price here it was $13, approximately $13 with my Edge membership. Loose, kind of sucks that it's loose, but at least I can finally play this game. Now a lot of the handheld Kirby games aren't anything really to phone home about, at least in terms of the DS games. Especially a game like Mass Attack. Mass Attack, I really did not like that. Mass Attack and Polycampus Curse were my least favorite Kirby DS games. But hopefully Squeak Squad can be somewhat enjoyable, and at least now I get to experience the game. And the last game that I got from that particular EB Games, it is a game that I have played already. I played it digitally, which kind of sucks. I really have strong opinions when it comes to purchasing games digitally. I find that if it is a game that was only released digitally and is currently only available to download, then you know what, it's fine. I might, or most likely will, spend the money to download it. But this game here, they ended up releasing a physical copy of the first game and its sequel. Very happy about that. It was published, I believe, by Yacht Club Games, which also did Shovel Knight. But this game here, it's an amazing game. It's a side-scrolling, sort of run-and-gun kind of game. It pays homage to so many classic games. It's a must-have if you're into retro gaming, and definitely with run-and-gun kind of games. Very happy with this game here that it actually got a physical release, and that I was able to purchase it. And when I got this, I also used the pull and play discount. Basically what's currently going on at EB Games since the beginning of July is that if you spend over $50, you get this pull and play card where you pull a tab and it reveals a prize underneath. I believe 98% of the overall prize pool is just a 15% discount on your purchase, but it does stack with the Edge membership, so I was able to get this game for 30% off. It is Azure Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack, and like I said, it features the first and the second game. Very happy about that. Really like playing the first game, have not played the sequel, and I also downloaded the sort of successor game to this for the Switch, but I haven't had much time to play that yet. I think that one plays a little bit more like Mega Man, but again, very happy with the series. Very happy that they released a physical copy of these games as well, and that I'm able to add it to my collection of 3DS games. Now the last game that I got here, it is a remake of an old PS2 game. Now when it was on the PS2, I played it momentarily, but it is a series that overall I have played a lot of. Now a lot of the games in this series though I have not to this date completed, which kind of sucks because they're very long games with fantastic stories and very in-depth, amazing gameplay, but I have not been able to commit enough time to actually finish most of the games. Definitely though, at this point I will be completing this game 100% once I am done with the game that I'm currently spending most of the time on, which is Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. By the time that the sort of hype dies down on that and a month or two passes, probably around that point is when I'm going to start playing this game here, but still very happy to have bought it right now. It is Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age. and this is obviously a remake of Final Fantasy XII. And I do believe that it includes a whole bunch of new things. It includes a new Zodiac job, the fully remastered visuals and music, including true 7.1 surround sound, which I'm not actually going to be able to experience myself, but still nice that it's included, and endless adventure, including hunts, battles, and mini games. And again, it says it's also fully remastered, HD, blah blah blah. But again, very happy to have this game, and hopefully now this will be enough for me to finally finish Final Fantasy XII. But that's what I got. As always, leave comments in the comment section below. Anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, just put in the comment section below and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Check out my Facebook, Twitter, and website. They're all linked in the description below. And also linked in the description below is a link to my 500 subscribers contest. Check that out as well if you'd like. And that's it. See ya.